I think it was at one point there was a fitness challenge and they had an obstacle course. But, I figured, let's get Joe Khalil over there. He could maybe win a push-up challenge. Have you been doing any of that? What's up?
Every day, Connell. Are you doing them? Did they record how many you're doing?
Well, I had a suit on and there. I didn't want to necessarily mess up my hair and the whole thing. You know how it works.
Understood.
Yeah.
All right. After the show. I get you after the show. Yeah, look, the National Mall, always a beautiful place. I'm glad you got to take a walk on it today. Where we are, basically, if you're familiar with the D.C. area, is right across the street from the south lawn of the White House. So over our shoulder this way is the Washington Monument. You got people here on the mall now that are filtering in. It's not nearly full because we still have 3.5 hours until this parade actually begins. But the early bird gets the worm. So the folks that are here now, they have gotten the prime spot and location just over this. You can see the street. This is where the parade is going to be rolling down at about 6:45 or so Eastern time. We've been talking to some folks, the Podolsky family from Wisconsin. They came all the way here. They've very graciously agreed to talk to us today. So we're putting them on the spot a little bit. But guys, thank you so much for doing this and joining us. I was told beforehand that Ava is going to be the star of this interview because she is a National Guard member. Yes?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so can you just tell everybody what it was that brought you guys all the way out from Wisconsin to be here today for this parade? I know a lot of people are watching this on TV, but y'all said we're going to get on a plane and actually be here.
Well, basically to celebrate the Army's strong 250 years of dominating and winning, and just to see the powerful force in the parade, and to hopefully listen to President Donald J. Trump talk, and hopefully it'll be a good time.
And Liz, can I ask you, how is it being here with your family? Not just one person, but you guys are here doing this together. What is that like?
It's an experience like we never thought we would experience. I'm glad I'm here with my family. We get to enjoy this. Earlier, we went to the festival where they had more hands-on, where you could touch and feel and actually sit in military equipment. And that was an experience that we've never got to experience before. Very
cool, very cool. And so you guys are right up front. How early did you have to get here to get the prime seat?
We went through, we stood to get into security like an hour before, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the military, getting somewhere early is no issue for you, right? No. That's like the easy thing. All right, can I ask you one question here? Same question I asked Liz. Being here, doing this is a family thing. I imagine you don't get to do this every day or see what you're about to see later today. Special event. What is it like for you?
Well, I mean, it's life-changing. Coming from a small town in Wisconsin, a person doesn't realize how big this country and how much power we actually got. But yeah, it's all I can say is God bless the USA.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for talking to us and agreeing to do this. And despite the fact that I'm a Detroit Lions fan and they're all diehard Green Bay Packers fans, they agreed to talk to me. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for being gracious, guys. All right, now we're done with that. None of that stuff. All right, Connell, so we'll send it back over to you. But again, what I can tell you is there are a lot of people here still. As we mentioned, if you kind of just scan the grass here in the crowd, a decent amount of people already filing in. I think the doors open for general public at 2, so it hasn't been open very long. As you know, if you're familiar with Capitol Mall, it stretches very far down. So you got people lined up all the way. It's only going to get more crowded here as the day progresses, obviously.
I don't know if you'll see this, but guys, if we pop up what I have in my tablet on the screen, Joe, the restrictions getting around town. So this is like the area in red here that's just completely closed off. Hannah was talking about how there's protests in other areas and this and that, but it's, that particular area is closed down. The parade route itself, this is what it looks like. We're zooming in on it there, basically, I guess, Lincoln Memorial to the, to the ellipse by the White House, generally speaking. So give us a sense of the area, what it's like in other parts, if you can.
Well, I can just tell you now, I mean, you talked about the closures for the D.C. Metro. Obviously, that's a big deal. This town is no stranger to hosting big events. So they do this well. They know how to do it. But I can tell you, there was a heck of a lot of security coming in, even for media. We've been to events where candidate Trump or candidate Kamala Harris were doing an event. We were going through those. The Secret Service presence, I can tell you, it is really heavy here now. So you definitely notice that right away. And the fact that this parade, I mean, D.C. itself is not very very large relative to other cities. But you're basically going to have the parade starting near where the Pentagon is over in Virginia, and then coming all the way here beyond the White House. And then this is actually the stage behind us where President Trump is going to speak later on. So it does cover a good stretch of that area. You're going to have things impacted, and you're going to see tons of people as, you know,